So, hello, a very good evening to all, and welcome to the class. So, in this class, basically, we are going to see the chemical bonding crash course, right? So, from today onwards, we are starting with our crash course program, in which we are going to cover all the important topics in a single one shot video, right? So this is going to be a very interesting session for all of you, in which we learn a lots of things and lots of previous year questions in a single video, right? So today we are going to start chemical bonding. Okay, so in chemical bonding, in first 20 to 15 minutes, we are trying to see the main concept of this chapter, right? And the later half of this chapter, we are going to solve some PYQ questions from JEE Mains. Okay, so this is going to be a very interesting session for all of you. So let's start with the Lewis symbol. So according to the Lewis dot structure, what do you mean by this thing? ठीक है, क्या होता है ये Lewis dot structure? So according to this, the outer shell electrons, right? The outer shell electrons is represented as a Lewis symbol, right? So whenever we talk about Lewis dot structure or Lewis symbol, we always use outer shell electron. This is very important, okay? Or we say outer shell electron is also known as a valence electron, okay? Okay, so outer shell electron, or we say valence electrons. So these are represented as a Lewis symbol. Why? Because only valence electron or outer shell electron take part in a chemical reaction. Let's see and understand with an example. For example, if we talk about lithium, so lithium, sodium, potassium, ruthenium, these all contain only one electron in their valence shell. So we can represent it as one electron in lithium. Similarly, two electron in beryllium, three electron in boron. Why three electron in boron? Because it's belong to the 13th group, right? It's belong to the 13th group. So we can say that because boron belong to the 13th group, they're having three valence electron. How many valence electron? Three valence electron, right? Now, let's see that is the significance of the Lewis symbol. So, number of dots represent number of valence electron. This is very important point, beta. Number of dots is or equal to number of valence electrons. For example, in nitrogen, they having total 5 dots. So what is the valency? What is the valence electron? So if we talk about the valence electron in their outermost shell, we can say total we have 5 valence electron. Is this clear to everyone? Yes. Okay, Priya. Good बेटा. ठीक है? चलो. Now, actually it helps to calculate the common or a group valency, right? अगर आप मुझे एक बात बताओ, if we talk about the group 1 elements, so the dot structure of group 1 element remains same na. Either we talk about lithium, sodium, potassium, ruthenium, anyone, because all they having only one electron in their valence shell, so their structure remains same. Yes, similar for group 2, group 3 and group 4, क्योंकि वैलेंस इलेक्ट्रॉन तो ग्रुप की प्रॉपर्टीज है. अगर if we talk about group 13, so all the element having three valence electron only, so their dot structure is similar, right? Okay, so it indicates the group valence, that is number of valence electron. And how will you calculate the valency? That is 8 minus number of valence electron. Okay, done. Now how will you draw the Lewis structure for the molecule NO2 negative, right? So how will you draw the Lewis dot structure, beta? By which factor we actually were drawing? So we draw the Lewis structure for the molecule NO2 negative. How will you join, beta? So first of all, in this NO2 negative molecule, simple, we have to select a skeletal structure, right? For example, NO2 negative. Now, here we have one nitrogen atom and there is two oxygen atom. Okay, so we have only one nitrogen and two oxygen atom. ध्यान रखना इसको. Now, so this is N, this is O, and this is again we have O. Okay. So total in N, we all know that nitrogen having 2 comma 5 and oxygen having 2 comma 6. So this is the electronic configuration of nitrogen and oxygen respectively. Okay. So this is the electronic configuration of these two. Now, so what do you mean by this negative charge? NO2 negative. So O negative means they having 2 comma and 7. Is this clear to everyone? Why negative charge on oxygen atom? Always remember better, whenever two element having some charges, either we say negative charges, then these charges must goes to those atom which having more electronegative values. So out of nitrogen and oxygen, which one is more electronegative? Obviously oxygen. That's why they having electronic configuration 2 comma 7. What do you mean by this term? It means out of these two oxygen, one oxygen make only single bond, while the other oxygen capable of making double bond. Clear है? समझ आया? Yes, Priya. Any doubt till you can ask? All clear? Done? Chalo. Good. So here is the diagram, right? So nitrogen having 5 electron. So out of this 5 electron, how they make bond with oxygen? So they make single bond with this oxygen because one oxygen having negative charge, so they require only one single bond. So single bond with this oxygen and double bond with this oxygen, right? So total out of 5 electrons, their 3 electrons get consumed, right? 3 electron get consumed, one in single bond, two in the double bond. So this is the structure of NO2. So we can write the structure of NO2 negative like this, राइट. सो ये हम लोगों का NO2 नेगेटिव का लिविस डॉट स्ट्रक्चर हो गया. ओके. नाउ similarly, the approach to chemical bond, for example, if we have alkali metals, right? If we have alkali metals, and in group 17, if we have halogens. So, what is the nature of alkali metals? So, they are metals. It means they have a strong tendency to lose electron, right? They having strong tendency to lose electron, alkali metals. Okay. Similarly, halogens having strong tendency. So sorry. So alkali metal having strong tendency to lose electron. On the other hand side, halogen having strong tendency to accept electron. Right. So they are called highly electropositive element, whereas halogens are called highly electronegative element. Okay. And now they combine together with an ionic bond. कैसे combine होते हैं? Ionic bond से. So always remember, the condition required for ionic bond is nothing but the one which having very highly electropositive in nature and the other which is highly electronegative in nature. So these are the two conditions basically required for the electrovalent or we say ionic bonds, right? So why atom combine? What is the octet rule? So basically atom combine by sharing of electron. Atom कब combine होते हैं? Atom combine होते हैं by sharing of electron. So whenever the atom combined by sharing of electron, they form covalent bond, right? And whenever the bond is formed by the complete transfer of electron, that is called ionic bond. So this thing I guess clear to everyone. When covalent compound forms by sharing of electron, and why they share? To complete their octet, that is having 8 electrons. And whenever there is a complete transfer of electron, then we say it's an ionic bond. Done? Is this clear to everyone? Please respond. Yes. Clear? Is this clear to everyone? Please respond. Okay. Chal. Now, we have a resonance. So what do you mean by this term resonance? Okay. So basically in resonance, we have a different structure of a same molecules, right? For example, here we have CO3 twice negative. So they having A, B, and C. Three different structure, but their molecular formula remains same. That is CO3 twice negative. So what is the importance of resonance? Why we study resonance basically better? So the main criteria for study of resonance, whenever the molecule shows resonance, their bond length remains same. If someone asks what is the bond length between this carbon oxygen single bond and carbon oxygen double bond, your answer must be they having same bond length. इन दोनों का bond length क्या होगा? Same होगा. Why? Because they show resonance. So in resonance all bond length are equal. तो रेजोनेंस में सारे बॉन्ड लेंथ क्या होते हैं? इक्वल होते हैं. व्हाई? बिकॉज ध्यान से देखो, सम टाइम दिस ऑक्सीजन गेट डबल बॉन्ड, सम टाइम this oxygen get double bond. So neither the single and oxygen bond is double nor single. It is lie between 1 and 2, or we say 1.5 basically. So we can say that bond length in case of resonance molecule remain same. Similarly, in ozone molecule, right? So this is the structure of ozone. So all oxygen bond length are equal. So all oxygen bond length are equal in nature. Is this clear? Hmm? Chalo. So, single Lewis structure cannot explain a molecule. We use a conical or hybrid structure of the molecule. So, this is the structure of the ozone. Ozone का ये resonance structure है. ध्यान से समझो, right? So, this is the resonance structure of ozone. Is this clear? Done? Good. Okay. So, what are the properties or characteristics of resonance structure? Similar energy, similar position of the nuclei, and same bonding and non-bonding pairs of electron. So, these are the main characteristics of the resonance structures. Now, this is the structure of CH3NO2. Now, let's quickly see. This is already done. Okay. Now, move to the whisper theory, because from whisper theory a large number of questions were coming, so we need to understand the whisper theory as well. Okay, so let's see what are the main postulates of whisper theory. Whisper theory stands for valence shell electron pair repulsion theory. So they are the let's see the main postulates of the whisper theory. So the first postulate, that is, shape of the molecule depends upon the number of valence shell electron around the central atom. यानी जब भी आप शेप की बात करोगे, so on which factor shape depend? The shape of the molecule depends upon the number of valence electron pair around the central atom, right? Here we can see that this is in a central atom, this is a nucleus. So this is called valence electron. So shape of the molecule, whether they form TBP, whether they form linear, whether they form seesaw, the all shape depends upon the number of valence electron pair around the central atom. Now, next thing, pairs of electron in the valence shell repel one another, right? Since their electron clouds are negatively charged. So the pair of electron in the valence shell repel one another. वो एक दूसरे को repel करते हैं. So this is the only theory where we talk about repulsion, right? Because here we not talk about attraction कि भाई attraction bond बना हमारा. No, we are talking about the repulsion. Valence shell electron pair repulsion theory. So pair of electron in the valence shell, yani whatever the electron present in the valence shell, they repel one another since their electron clouds are negatively charged. Because वो electron clouds उनका negatively charged है, तो वो एक दूसरे से क्या करेंगे? रिपल्शन करेंगे. सो दे रिपेल ईच अदर. ओके. नाउ थर्ड पॉइंट, these pair of electron tends to occupy such position in a space that minimum repulsion and thus maximize distance between them. और ये repel करके, right? So these pair of electron tends to occupy such position, ऐसे position को occupy करना चाहते हैं space में, that have minimum repulsion and maximum distance between them. So this point is very important and all of you need to understand, whenever repulsion is minimum, stability is maximum, or we say repulsion is minimum only at a maximum distance. So quickly revise karo तीनों point को. The first point, only valence electron participate in a shape, or we say the shape depends upon only valence electron. The second point, the repulsion between this valence electron, since their electron clouds are negatively charged. And the third, these pair of electrons tends to occupy such position in a space that minimize the repulsion, जो repulsion को minimize करे and maximize the distance between them, like these two, right? So here minimum repulsion and maximum distance. Okay. Now the fourth point is the valence shell is taken as a sphere with the electron pair localizing spherical surface at maximum distance from one another. Got it? Clear? Chalo. Now, let's see the structure quickly. So, if we have number of electrons pair. If we have a two number of electrons pair, then their shape must be linear. If three, then shape is trigonal planar. If four, then shape is tetrahedral. So this thing we already covered, right? In our starting classes, we already covered these things. So we are going some quickly. Okay, थोड़ा सा quickly चलेंगे इसमें because ये already हम लोग cover कर चुके हैं. Okay. So if the number of electron pair is 2, then the shape is or geometry of the molecule is linear. Example BeCl2 HgCl2. If 3, then the shape is trigonal planar and trigonal planar is the geometry. Example BF3. If number of electron pair 4 like CH4, NH3 4 plus, NH4 plus, sorry. So they are having tetrahedral geometry, right? Next देखो. If they're having 5, then we say it's a trigonal bipyramidal structure, PCl5. So in all this, there is no lone pair of electrons. Whenever the lone pair of electrons comes into the picture, their geometry and the electrons arrangement will going to disturb, right? So if we have a 5 electron pair, then the shape is TBP, trigonal bipyramidal. Similar for 6, we have an octahedral geometry. Example, SF6. Now, what happened when molecules and ion with the central atom having one or more lone pair of electrons, right? So अगर एक या एक से ज्यादा lone pair of electrons आ गए तो हम लोगों को यहाँ पे क्या देखने को मिलेगा? So if we talk about AB2LE, right? AB2LE. So AB2L means number of bonding pair we have 2 and number of lone pair they have 1. Okay. So they having two bond pair and one lone pair. Examples, SO2 हो गया, O3 हो गया. So their shape are called V shape, bend shape or angular shape, right? And their structure is trigonal planar. Trigonal planar. Similarly, AB3L. So number of bonding pair is 3. Number of lone pair is 1. So arrangement of electron pair is tetrahedral, right? So this is called, the shape is called trigonal pyramidal, NH3. So remember beta, it's very, very important. NH3 having trigonal pyramidal shape. Hmm? Similarly, H2 having bend shape. If there are four lone pair and four bond pair, one lone pair, it's belong to the TBP, trigonal bipyramidal geometry, and the shape is seesaw. Similarly, if we have a two lone pair, then the shape is T shape. This thing we already discussed in our classes. That's why I'm going so fast. Okay. if we have a five bond pair and one lone pair, then shape is octahedral and square bipyramidal. Structure is octahedral. We can say square planar. चलो, let's move to some important question. Then we come back to the MOT theory. ठीक है? पहले कुछ क्वेश्चन देख लेते हैं. Then हम MOT पे आएंगे अभी. फटाफट. Okay. चलो भाई, फटाफट जल्दी से सभी बच्चे बताएंगे. क्या आंसर होना चाहिए बेटा इसका? कंसीडर द फॉलोइंग स्टेटमेंट. ओके, आपको कंसीडर करना है फॉलोइंग स्टेटमेंट. तीनों स्टेटमेंट्स को ध्यान से पढ़ो. ठीक है? तो कंसीडर द फॉलोइंग स्टेटमेंट एंड चूज द करेक्ट आंसर फ्रॉम द ऑप्शन गिवन. आपको बताना है इसमें से कौन सा ऑप्शन आपको सही लग रहा है. जल्दी से एवरीवन, यू हैव 1 मिनट. ट्राई टू सॉल्व दिस क्वेश्चन एंड सभी आंसर्स करेंगे चैट बॉक्स में. देन मैं 1 मिनट के बाद इसको सॉल्व करूंगा. फटाफट एवरीवन, ट्राई. ट्राई करो सभी. सभी लोग ट्राई इट. You have to identify the correct answer from the given option. Okay. The first one is NF3 molecule has a trigonal planar structure. Is this correct? NF3. BF3 having trigonal planar structure. Does NF3 also? Yes. So NF3 molecule has a trigonal pyramidal structure, right? So this statement is incorrect. NF3 having trigonal pyramidal structure. ठीक है? So this statement is incorrect. Now, second one is B. Bond length of N2 is shorter than O2. Is this correct? Because N is formed like this, O is formed like this. So they are saying bond length of N2 is shorter than O2. Is this correct? Everyone, बताओ. Obviously it is correct because triple bond we know ना, सिंगल डबल एंड ट्रिपल ये सबसे शॉर्टर होता है, सबसे छोटा होता है. दिस इज एंड दिस इज सबसे लार्ज, ये बड़ा होता है. सो सिंगल बॉन्ड इज मोर इन लेंथ एज कंपेयर टू डबल. And if you consider double and triple, then double bond is larger as compared to triple bond. So the size of the triple bond is very, very, very small. Okay, so this is very correct. That is the bond length of N2. Hmm? Is shorter than O2 due to the smaller atomic radius of nitrogen as compared to oxygen. तो B तो सही है. Good. Now next move कर C पे. So see, isoelectronic molecules or ion have identical bond order. So this is also correct. Isoelectronic means they having same number of electrons. ठीक है? So if they having the same number of electrons, their bond order remains same. Okay. So this statement is also correct. Now, dipole moment of H2S is higher than that of water molecule. No, dipole moment of H2O is higher than that of H2S due to the greater electronegativity of oxygen corresponding to the sulfur. So this statement is absolutely incorrect. So only B and C are correct. ठीक है? तो कौन से ऑप्शन करेक्ट हैं? Only B and C. So only B and C are the correct options. ठीक है? चलो, move to the next. We have a two statements. The statement one is SO2 and H2O both possess SO2 and H2O both possess V shape. Is this correct? बिल्कुल करेक्ट. अभी देखा था SO2 और H2O दोनों क्या होते हैं? V शेप का शो करते हैं. इन दोनों का स्ट्रक्चर बेटा ऐसे होता है. ये जो एंगल होता है लगभग 120 डिग्री के आसपास होता है। ये एंगल लगभग 105 डिग्री के आसपास होता है। हम्म ओके। द बॉन्ड एंगल ऑफ SO2 इज लेस देन दैट ऑफ H2। इज दिस करेक्ट? नहीं, SO2 में तो बॉन्ड एंगल ज्यादा है, 120 डिग्री है, राइट? सो द बॉन्ड एंगल इन SO2 इज 120 डिग्री, वेयर इज इन बॉन्ड एंगल इन H2 105 डिग्री। सो द बॉन्ड एंगल ऑफ SO2 इज मोर, बट इन स्टेटमेंट सेकंड दे आर सेइंग द बॉन्ड एंगल ऑफ SO2 इज लेस देन। तो ये तो गलत हो गया ना स्टेटमेंट। सो दिस स्टेटमेंट इज रॉन्ग, और बट द स्टेटमेंट वन इज absolutely correct. So we can say that statement one is correct, but statement two is incorrect. तो ये correct हो गया। Now next, in which of the following process the bond order increase and paramagnetic character changes to diamagnetic one? So ये वाला क्वेश्चन हम जब करेंगे जब हम लोग बॉन्ड ऑर्डर पढ़ लेंगे, मीन्स एमओटी पढ़ लेंगे, ठीक है? तो अभी एमओटी करेंगे, उसके बाद इसको करेंगे। तो मूव टू द नेक्स्ट। आप इसकी बात कर लो, ClF5 की। सो ClF5 एट रूम टेम्परेचर, सबसे पहले मुझे इसकी ज्योमेट्री बताओ। ClF5 की, ClF5 का ज्योमेट्री क्या होगा भाई, जल्दी। ClF5, सो Cl के पास टोटल 7 इलेक्ट्रॉन्स हैं, F के 5 लग गए, सो बॉन्ड पेयर 5, लोन पेयर 1। सो बॉन्ड पेयर 5, लोन पेयर 1, मतलब 6 का केस है। 6 का स्ट्रक्चर कैसे बनाते थे? ClF F F। तो ये चार, 5 बॉन्ड पेयर है और एक लोन पेयर है। तो 5 बॉन्ड पेयर बनाओ भाई, एक F, 2 F, 3 F, 4 F, 5 F। यहाँ पे एक लोन पेयर लग गया। तो इस शेप को क्या नाम बोलते थे? स्क्वायर पिरामिडल। क्या बोलते थे बेटा? स्क्वायर पिरामिडल। सो दे आर द स्क्वायर पिरामिडल ज्योमेट्री। कौन नहीं है? ये नहीं है, ये नहीं है। अब दो ऑप्शन था कि इट इज अ कलरलेस लिक्विड या कलरलेस गैस, ये बताओ। तो ऑब्वियसली ClF5 इज एक्चुअली कलरलेस लिक्विड एट रूम टेम्परेचर। तो ये कलरलेस लिक्विड होता है। क्या होता है बेटा? कलरलेस लिक्विड, नॉट गैस। तो ऑप्शन ए इज करेक्ट। समझ आया एवरीवन? डन? कोई डाउट हो तो पूछो। डन? चलो, नाउ द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन इज, yes. To choose the correct answer from the option given below. So we have certain molecule, right? List one we have a certain species, and list two we have a geometry and shape. So you have to match the correct option. चलो जल्दी बताओ। H3O का, दिस क्वेश्चन इज ऑल्सो फ्रॉम द वेस्पर थ्योरी। ठीक है, पूरा वेस्पर थ्योरी पे ही बेस्ड है। तो जल्दी से बताओ आंसर भाई। फास्ट एवरीवन। H3O प्लस, एसेटाइलाइड एनायन, NH4 प्लस, ClO2 नेगेटिव। कौन सा सही है? Yes, everyone. Try to calculate bond pair and lone pair. यस, एनीवन? कोई बताना चाहेगा आंसर? देखो भाई, फटाफट। This is H3O plus first, right? So this ion is formed by the addition of proton to a water molecule. तो यहाँ पे सेंट्रल एटम जो O है सराउंडेड बाई द थ्री ऑक्सीजन एटम, है ना? तीन ऑक्सीजन एटम से सराउंडेड है। ओके, एंड वन लोन पेयर। सो क्या हो गया? तीन बॉन्ड पेयर, एक लोन पेयर। इट इज सिमिलर टू अमोनिया, है ना? अमोनिया जैसा ही दिख रहा है। तो इसका मतलब पिरामिडल शेप। तो भाई H3O का तो हो गया पिरामिडल शेप। गुड। Now, next is acylate anion. Acylate anion मतलब C2 twice negative. So in C2 twice negative, if you consider they having the linear geometry as there are three atoms and that are in a straight line. तो ये C2 जो H है ये straight line में होता है, तो they having the linear geometry. ये बिल्कुल ही हम लोगों का linear geometry की तरह बनेगा. So acid line having linear geometry. Now next we have NH4. NH4 again 4 bond, तो टेट्राहेड्रल कितना हो गया? टेट्राहेड्रल। क्या बचा? ClO2 bent. So which option is correct, beta? B. So option B is absolutely correct. Is this clear, everyone? Done. चलो, सो थैंक यू ऑल, है ना? हमने कुछ क्वेश्चंस किया, थोड़ा सा टाइमली ज्वाइन किया करो बेटा, सो दैट हम लोग क्लासेस ज्यादा कर सकते हैं, है ना? ज्यादा ट्राई कर सकते हैं, और भी एमओटी थ्योरीज वगैरह जो था हमारा थोड़ा सा रह गया, सो उसको भी हम ट्राई कर सकते हैं सॉल्व करने का। ओके, इट्स ओके। नाउ आई एम गोइंग टू लॉन्च अ क्विक पोल हेयर, एवरीवन नीड टू फिल दिस पोल। ओके, सबको उस पोल को फिल करना है। डन?